been practicing yoga for many years on and off, something that I enjoyed doing asana. And a few years ago, there were things that were happening in my life where I knew I needed to make a change. I needed to make my life more about growth and more about healing. So I came across Monique Parker's Svastha yoga program in Taos and enrolled. And through her amazing teachings and what she imparted about the wisdom of Svastha yoga, it changed everything. Basically, I found out what yoga is, or to clarify what Svastha yoga is. Yoga now is so many things to so many people. It's become a very diverse practice. Monique Parker introduced me to the tradition of yoga, the tradition going back to its Vedic origins, carried up into the present through somebody like Krishnamacharya. And learning that yoga was a practice that was more about the mind than it was the body. And this was a new concept for me. I had been under the impression, as I think many are, that yoga was more about the body. But through this Svastha program, I was seeing that yoga was a kind of therapeutic process for one's being, not just the body and not just the mind. And this was very exciting to me, and I wanted to be a part of that. Yeah, yoga therapy is actually very similar to therapy practices in that with yoga therapy you're working with one person with an attempt to correct an imbalance particular to that individual. What's, I think, interesting about yoga therapy is that since yoga addresses imbalances in the body and the mind, it can be applied to many different conditions. It can help correct structural problems, of course, for instance, low back pain. But it can also be very helpful with functional issues as well, such as digestive disorders. And this might be addressed through asana, but also through breath practice, pranayama, as well as, for example, chanting. Of course, dietary suggestions based on Ayurveda might also be prescribed. But as well, yoga therapy can help with psychological stresses also. Something that also might be addressed through asana, through pranayama, and through meditation. So yoga therapy can be actually helpful for a range of conditions, and I think this is something that makes yoga therapy quite unique. One of the things about yoga is that it's bottomless. There's no, arriving at some point where you feel like you know all there is to know. It would be like saying, okay, I have no more really to learn about myself or about life. The more you let yourself fall into yoga, the more deeply you go into feeling alive. So in 10 years, I see myself just hopefully further along.